Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out redzonecoins.com for cheap and fast coins. You can use code ZERK for 10% off at checkout. Get 1,000,000 coins for $45.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I want to do another Madden 21 theme video, and I want to go over how to build your team day one of Madden 21. Now, before we go any farther, I do want to give a shout out to Night Trasher for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys have a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below Noti Gang. Now, I have done videos including what to do day one and how to make coins day one of Madden 21 Ultimate Team. So if you guys want to watch those videos, make sure you guys go and get them checked out. Get ready for Madden 21 EA Access and also the game launch, guys. I know I'm gonna get asked this a lot over on social media, as I've already been getting spammed in DMs, spammed in my mentions, and also in the comment section as well. When is the EA Access trial? Well, this is literally all that I know about EA Access, guys. I know on the EA official website what it says. I know that it says the trial is coming the 21st. However, I don't care what it says on the actual site, because last year they said the same thing. EA Access trial is going to be 7 days early. It's going to be a week early. They always say it's going to be 7 days before the actual game launch, which is August 28th, which means that it would be the August 21st for this year for EA Access. Well, last year it came 9 days early. So my thinking is it could be anywhere from the 19th to the 21st is when we're going to get the EA Access trial. So all I can really tell you guys is turn the notification bell on. Also turn the notification bell on over on Twitter, because I will let you guys know as soon as the EA Access trial goes live, and you will definitely see videos flying out from me as soon as that EA Access trial goes live. So that's really all I can say about it. We don't exactly know when it is, but tomorrow we do get some Ultimate Team information. But that's really all I can tell you guys. Make sure you guys turn the notification bell on, and also thank you for all the new channel members. If you guys can check it out, you can go down there. I think it's next to like the subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, what you doing? So let's go over how to actually build your team day one. What do you want to build your team to be? Do you want to go all out? Do you want to go out and get all the legend players? Do you want to do whatever? I'm going to tell you guys the way that I always plan to build my team day one. What exactly do you need it for? Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, okay? When it comes to the way that I like to go and attack a new Madden, essentially, when it comes out, and this just kind of has a lot to do with what my what to do day one video. You guys can definitely check it out, go more in depth over what I'm about to tell you about. But to be honest with you guys, I don't really play head-to-head much the first day, right? I may play one game, maybe 2 games to get like a gameplay for you guys, but to really take advantage of the 10-hour trial, or in general once you actually get the game, the best way to build up your coins, the best way to take advantage of the way that the market is right now, right? With the majority of cards, and there are some investments that you guys can go ahead and make, which again I talked about in the what to do day one to make coins video. There are certain players that their prices will just continue to trend downwards after the EA Access trial. So really, I don't prefer to go out and spend a ton of coins the first couple of days. Now, I'm going to be honest here. Yes, you guys already know I'm going to be opening up some packs. So this does change a little bit for me than maybe it would for you guys. So if you open up packs, that's obviously going to change a ton on how you should build your team, maybe what players you should sell, what players you should look out to get, I think. But it really comes down to the number one thing that I always say when it comes to how to build your team is you need to know what players you're going to get that are NAT right off the bat. So that would mean solo challenge players, including the gauntlets, the journey, and NFL epics if they return with the NFL epics. So with the NFL epics players, you can see here last year we actually got Baker Mayfield, and we also got Deacon Jones, which was big. You know, that's an 86 overall defensive lineman. That's an 86 overall quarterback. Quarterback is obviously very expensive, but you know, if you pre-order the MVP edition of Madden 21, you do get Lamar Jackson's base elite and also Lamar Jackson's power up, which, by the way, you don't get that in EA Access. You get that when the game officially releases with the MVP edition, which I think is 3 days early, I want to say, so that'd be the 25th. I believe that I'm correct by saying the 25th for that, but that is something that is huge. NFL epics, you know, the journey, you got a Michael Thomas at the beginning of the year, and then of course the gauntlet players you can go ahead and get. So that's a lot of NAT players. Now there are some choices you have on the players to pick, which of course when it comes to like the gauntlet and the choices you have to make, I definitely will be putting out some videos for you guys going over who I personally think is the best gauntlet player to go ahead and pick. Now at this point, we don't really know what else is going to be in the game in terms of like gauntlet players, journey, NFL epics, whatever, but also we cannot forget about theme builders. This is also something that's really, really important to go ahead and do because you get a lot of good players. You can see here, I of course got Amari Cooper, there was George Kittle, Adrian Amos, there was a bunch of other players as well like Darius Slay. I didn't really take too much advantage of that with the theme builder thing, but you get these theme builder tokens as you actually level up in Madden 20. If we come over here to the MUT level, that's how you actually got the tokens. You add it to a set and then unlock the solo challenge. So as you guys can see right here, at MUT level 5, we actually got that first theme selector token. You then went ahead and took that token. You got a bunch more as you continue to level up. You took that token, you came over here to set, and then all you had to do is go right here to the theme builders, go down to the unlock challenges, and you would add that token in and get the solo challenge unlocked basically, and that would give you, I believe, the power up of the player, and also once you finished all the solo challenges, it gave you that 86 overall player. So that is big. Again, there's a lot of good players, and if we get the MUT database before the game, you guys already know I'm going to be going over the best ones that I think you should go ahead and do for these theme builder players, because this is really, really important. I mean, if you guys take a look at this with Amari Cooper, I personally went through and got everything done that I needed to. So any player that's NAT that you don't have to go out and spend coins on, but is a viable option at the beginning of the year, is definitely something that you want to focus on. Now, of course, like I said, I don't really focus a ton on head-to-head, so not having, 89 overall, whatever wide receiver that's going to be out at the beginning of the game as a legend is not going to affect me as much as maybe someone else's team would, because I'm going to be waiting to go ahead and get that as other cards come out. Maybe the first promo cards come out. You'll see prices start to go down a little bit on certain players like Tyreek Hill, right? We all thought he was going to be super, super expensive. He actually went down in price pretty quickly. Wide receivers are actually a position just like running backs that really tend to just fall down in price as the year goes on. You never really saw like an investment actually work out when it comes to running backs or wide receivers because there's so many of them. So I think that when it comes to wide receivers and running backs, you can kind of fill them in with theme builders, other players. Maybe if we get like a gauntlet wide receiver, whatever, you can kind of fill them in for now and then maybe wait a week or two and then go pick up Julio Jones or OBJ or whoever. Now, another thing that I want to mention, and hopefully this is also in the game in Madden 21, I'd assume it would be, is the Legend Solo Challenges, okay? Now, this is pretty big because if you know there's a Legend player out there that you want to go ahead and get, you can start working on them immediately because the Legend Solo Challenges in Madden 20, of course, gave you a power-up. So if you want to get Mel Blount on your team, you want to get Michael Strahan, which obviously I did, you want to get Larry Allen, Marcus Allen, John Elway, Ken Houston, Marvin Harrison, Derek Brooks. These were the Madden 20 Legends, of course. It's going to be different from Madden 21. We don't know the legend players at the beginning of the game just yet, but if you want to get any of them and you know you plan on getting them, it's not a terrible idea to go ahead, get the power up item of these players, and as you get training, you can continue to power up these players and level them up to the point where you might want to pick up the legend card, but you could wait on that. Just get them right below it, because if you're basically just playing solo challenges, working on your MUT level, all that stuff at the beginning until like Weekend League and everything comes out, maybe you can play a little bit of head-to-head. You have to know not everyone's going to have stacked teams, okay? If you go into head-to-head and you don't have full legend Marcus Allen, if you run into someone that does, it's probably not going to go too well for you. But if you don't have full legend Marcus Allen, you run into someone who has a similar team to you, which a lot of people are going to have pretty similar teams at the beginning. Not everyone's going to go out and spend all the coins they need to get an insane team. You're going to be okay. Now, another thing I want to talk about that has to do with MUT level, kind of like the tokens here when it comes to the theme selector, another thing that is really, really important, and again, why you should check out my What to Do Day 1 video, is power up passes. As soon as I can find the first one here in the MUT level, power up passes are very, very key when it comes to building your team, and you guys already know I'm going to have videos out ASAP on the best players to use these power passes on. Here at mod level 10, you get a 62 to 81 overall power pass. So as long as you go ahead and you pick up that power up of whatever player it is that you want to go ahead and get, once you get up to where you have to add the 62 to 81 overall version of whatever player that is, if say it's a 80 overall Dak Prescott, you don't actually have to buy the 80 overall Dak Prescott. You can use this power-up pass instead, and boom, skip right over him. Now you have yourself an upgraded Dak. And that's big when it comes to upgrading your team, especially if you work on your MUT level right off the bat, because it goes up to max MUT level 50, I believe it did, at the beginning of the game. You can see your MUT level 50 got an 87 to 88 overall power pass. Those are the highest overall base elites in the game. So you get players like Aaron Donald, tons of other players, and again, I'm going to have videos going over which ones I think you should use it on. And another key part of building your team on day one, and especially for solo challenges, I'm going to say this, is going to be to pick up those budget players. And again, once the Mudhead database released, I'm going to be making a bunch of videos as well. I'm going to have a ton of videos for you guys to keep you ready for Madden 21. Well, Marquise Brown, of course, is a key example of this. At the beginning of the year, 88 speed was extremely fast. Okay, to start the year off, he burned basically every single cornerback in the game, and especially when you're playing solo challenges, having a fast wide receiver out there is so essential, because a lot of solo challenges, they're not that tough. If you just have fast wide receivers, you can literally just streak them, throw it up, and they're going to be able to beat the cornerback. So picking up these players that are budget players but have maybe a lot of speed or something that you're really looking for in your team. And that's another thing, is scheme. If you only pass the ball, or maybe if you only run the ball, what you want to look into is not going to be an 85 overall left tackle to start the game. You want to look into left tackles that are just have really high pass block or really high run block, whatever it's going to be. I feel like Madden 21 is going to be a pass heavy game, so you're probably going to be looking more on the pass heavy side, but you really want to look for scheme players and budget beasts. So with that being said, guys, that is how you should build your team day one. You don't have to go all out and pick up DeAndre Hopkins and Jalen Ramsey and all those guys day one. Now, if you want to do it to make some investments, it's not a terrible idea. You can still go out and pick those players up. I'm not saying it's dumb for you to do so, because some players, yes, they're going to go up in price, but some players will go down in price. Again, check out my video on how to make coins day one. If you want to take an example of players going to go up in price, you can make some coins. And I also showed some examples of players that are going to go down in price, so you can wait on buying them. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.